Top 5 reasons Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice is better than The Dark Knight. Reason number 1, a much better villain with a much better developed backstory and motivation. There, I said it. Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor is a way better villain than Heath Ledger's Joker. I see much better acting, I really do. Jesse Eisenberg displays a whole range of emotions and personalities as Lex Luthor. So much better backstory. Jesse's Lex Luthor is given such a great backstory. His father had to wave flowers at tyrants, and Lex's father beat him constantly. He's like, no, God intervened when I was a boy to deliver me from daddy's fists and abominations. So Lex has a much better backstory than Heath's mediocre Joker. That's a fact. And he has real motivation. He doesn't want other people to have to wave flowers at tyrants. That's why he wants to destroy Superman, because he's worried he'll become a tyrant. Number 2, a much more deep and complex story. The Dark Knight didn't really have that deep of a story. It's just like a random, mediocre cop drama. That's what it felt like, a random, mediocre cop drama. That was The Dark Knight. But Batman v Superman has a deep, complex, emotionally driven, very theological, philosophical story. Very theological. Lex Luthor is so theological in the movie. He compares Superman to God and religion, and that really irked the critics. That made the critics crawl in their skin, ooh, they brought religion into this. Yeah, because no one wants religion brought into comic book movies. But yeah, it's a very philosophical, deep, theological story where they have to, where people are deciding, whether Superman should help people or not, whether it's in his jurisdiction, whether it's morally right for him to do that, whether it's in his morale, whether it's morally right for him to do it, and whether he's a Jesus or devil-like figure. That plays into the plot a lot in the movie. Also, it's about power and how power engenders fear, what people do when they feel helpless and afraid. Batman felt helpless and afraid when Superman showed up on Earth and destroyed his building and killed thousands of his employees. That's why Batman feels helpless and afraid. So he goes to build this big mech suit in Kryptonite to go kill Superman. But then he realizes that Superman is just like a person like he is when he learns his mother's name is Martha. Number 3, Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice has real action, unlike the Dark Dildo trilogy. Unlike the Dark Knight, Batman v Superman has real action. It has such intense, awesome, emotional action. The action in that movie is gorgeous, stunning, badassery. It's amazing. My favorite scene is when Batman's in the warehouse and he's fighting 50 thugs and he's wrecking shit, and he's owning the shit out of them. He's really beating the crap out of them. That's my favorite scene in the movie. Also love the Doomsday fight scene. That was amazing. That's my second favorite scene. When Wonder Woman comes in and saves Batman, that was epic. That was amazing. The whole theater cheered. When I was in the theater, the whole theater cheered at that scene. That scene was spectacular. I also love the fight scene where Batman is just beating the shit out of Superman. That was just awesome. He's like, you're not brave. Men are brave. He's like, I love the line where he's like, the world only makes sense if you force it to. And I love the scene where Batman is dragging Superman through the pillars on the leash. He's pulling Superman through, and he's like, I bet your parents taught you were sent here for something special. Well, my parents taught me a different lesson. Dying in the gutter for no reason at all. That was so epic. I just love that's classic Batman, something Batman would definitely say. That was awesome. Also really love the scene where the terrorist has a gun to Lois's head, and she's like, and Superman just comes in and murders that terrorist. I mean, that's a Superman I want to see. I want to see Superman who murders terrorists. I don't want a watered-down kitty Superman who lets them live. That's not what we want in today's world. Reason number 4, it has beautiful, stunning visuals. The visuals are gorgeous, like, it's just beautiful, stunning visuals like most Zack Snyder movies. Reason number 5, Batman. This is a true comic book Batman who never quits. Ben Affleck's version of Bruce Wayne / Batman has been fighting crime for 20 plus years. Batfleck has been fighting crime for 20 plus years while Christian Ass-Fails Bitchman quit after 1 year, retired for 8 years, then came back for 3 months, then quit again for the rest of his life to go to Paris with Anne Hathaway. Like, what the F? That's stupid. I'm not even gonna call her Catwoman. She was so fake. Man, those Dark Dildo movies were so pathetic. I'm so glad and happy that Zack Snyder came in and redeemed the franchise. Hell yeah, Zack, Ben, Terrio redeemed the Batman franchise. Yes, they did. Bye. Kill yourselves, pathetic Nolanites.